If you're over 60, this video could change your life. Prostate problems are becoming more common among older men, and many don't even realize what daily habits are making things worse. If you've noticed frequent urination, trouble starting or stopping your stream, or even waking up at night to pee, your prostate may be enlarging silently. But here's the truth. It's not always about aging. It's about what you're doing every single day. As a doctor, I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s live pain-free and healthy just by changing a few habits. But I've also seen others suffer because they ignored these red flags. In this video, I'll reveal 10 everyday habits that can slowly, silently enlarge your prostate. And the number one habit is the most dangerous of all. This isn't about scaring you. It's about giving you the right tools and knowledge to protect your health. By the end, you'll understand how to stop prostate growth naturally and safely. So, watch this till the end and please share it with someone who might need this information. Tom's first clue was cutting back on water to avoid those frequent bathroom trips. That's our first risky habit, ignoring thirst and staying dehydrated. You might think drinking less water helps with urination issues, but it's the opposite. Skimping on fluids makes your urine more concentrated, irritating your bladder and prostate over time. The prostate sits right under the bladder, so a stressed bladder puts pressure on it, leading to inflammation and enlargement. Tom noticed his urine was dark yellow, but he didn't connect it to his prostate. Many seniors avoid water to sleep better at night, but this builds up toxins in your urinary tract, making things worse. My neighbor Bill, 69, started sipping water all day after learning this, aiming for clear or light yellow urine, and his nighttime trips dropped. Try carrying a water bottle and sipping every hour, even if you don't feel thirsty. Tom spent hours in his favorite chair watching baseball, barely moving. That's our second risky habit, sitting for long hours without movement. Sitting too much, whether it's TV, reading, or desk work, puts pressure on your pelvic area, reducing blood flow to your prostate. Over time, this poor circulation sparks inflammation, contributing to an enlarged prostate. Inactive pelvic floor muscles also weaken, making it harder to empty your bladder fully, which irritates the prostate further. Tom felt stiff but blamed it on age, not his chair time. My friend Joe, 65, started standing every 30 minutes to stretch after his doctor warned him, and his urgency eased. Try setting a timer to walk around for a minute or two every half hour, or do gentle stretches during commercials. Tom's sedentary days were risky, but his morning coffee routine raised another red flag. Tom loved his 3 cups of coffee to start the day. That's our third risky habit, drinking too much caffeine. Caffeine in coffee, black tea, or energy drinks is a diuretic, ramping up urine production and stressing your bladder and prostate. It tightens bladder neck muscles, making it harder to empty fully, leaving urine that irritates the prostate. Tom felt the urge to go right after his second cup but didn't link it to coffee. My neighbor Fred, 70, switched to 1 small coffee and herbal tea after lunch, and his bathroom trips calmed down. Try limiting yourself to 1 small cup of coffee daily and swapping the rest for decaf or chamomile tea. Tom's coffee habit was a surprise, but there were more habits in his routine we needed to address, and we'll dive into those next. Tom loved his spicy wings and fast food runs with his grandkids. That's our fourth risky habit, eating too many spicy and processed foods. Spicy foods like chili, hot sauce, or black pepper can inflame your whole body, including your prostate. Processed foods, think chips, canned meats, or frozen dinners, are loaded with salt, preservatives, and unhealthy fats that disrupt testosterone levels, a key driver of prostate growth. High salt also causes water retention, putting extra pressure on your urinary system. Tom felt discomfort but thought it was just aging, not his food choices. My friend Sam, 66, cut back on spicy tacos and switched to grilled veggies and salmon, and his urinary issues eased. Try adding anti-inflammatory foods like leafy greens, berries, or walnuts to your plate, and limit processed snacks to once a week. Tom's diet was a problem, but another habit he picked up on busy days was even sneakier. Tom often held it in when he felt the urge to go, especially during long drives. That's our fifth risky habit, holding your urine too long. When you delay bathroom trips, your bladder stretches, pressing on the prostate right below it. This pressure causes irritation and swelling over time. Leftover urine also creates a breeding ground for bacteria, leading to infections that further enlarge the prostate. Tom didn't realize his habit was disrupting his sleep until he started going when he first felt the urge. My neighbor Carl, 68, made it a rule to never wait, and his nighttime trips dropped. Listen to your body and head to the bathroom as soon as you feel the need, even if it's inconvenient. Tom's bathroom habits were risky, but his old smoking days were causing trouble too. Tom quit smoking years ago but still hung out with smoking buddies at the bar. That's our sixth risky habit: smoking or inhaling secondhand smoke. Cigarette smoke, even secondhand, reduces blood flow, increases inflammation, and damages prostate tissues. It also spikes oxidative stress, harming your body's repair system and raising cancer risk. Even past smoking can leave lasting effects in seniors. Tom didn't know his bar time was risky. My friend Mike, 64, started avoiding smoky places after his doctor's warning, and his breathing and urgency improved. If you smoke, talk to your doctor about quit tools like nicotine patches or support groups. If you don't, steer clear of secondhand smoke at gatherings. Tom's smoking past was a wake-up call, but there were more habits we needed to tackle, and we'll dive into those next. Tom hadn't seen a doctor in years, thinking he was fine. That's our seventh risky habit: skipping regular health screenings. Prostate enlargement can sneak up without clear symptoms, and missing checkups means missing early signs of inflammation or growth. Simple tests like digital rectal exams or PSA blood tests can catch issues early, often before pain starts. A study found men who get annual exams are 40% less likely to face severe prostate issues. Delaying means problems like infections or blockages can worsen silently. Tom felt uneasy but finally booked a checkup after his symptoms got worse. My friend Dave, 70, started annual visits and caught mild inflammation early, avoiding bigger trouble. See your doctor every year, and don't hesitate to talk about urinary changes. It's a quick, life-saving step. Tom's screening habits were risky, but his love for burgers was another concern. Tom ate red meat nearly every day, especially bacon and steaks. That's our eighth risky habit: eating too much red meat, especially processed kinds like sausages or deli meats. These are high in saturated fats and chemicals that inflame the prostate and disrupt hormones like testosterone. Slower digestion in seniors also adds pelvic pressure, worsening symptoms. Tom didn't connect his diet to his discomfort until he cut back to one red meat meal a week. My neighbor Ed, 66, swapped steaks for salmon and lentils, and his nighttime trips eased. Try limiting red meat to twice a week and adding fiber-rich foods like beans or grilled fish. Tom's diet shift was crucial, but his extra weight was a bigger issue. Tom had a noticeable belly that grew over the years. That's our ninth risky habit: carrying too much belly fat. Belly fat produces hormones and inflammatory chemicals that enlarge the prostate, leading to nighttime urination and even erectile issues. It also throws off testosterone and estrogen balance, fueling prostate growth. Excess fat also presses on the bladder, adding strain. Tom started walking daily and cutting sugar to trim his waist, and his urgency improved. My friend Larry, 68, lost 5 pounds with smaller portions and felt lighter. Aim for a waist under 40 inches with short walks and less soda or sweets. Tom's weight was a red flag, but the biggest habit was one he barely noticed. Tom's constant worry about bills and family kept him tense. That's our 10th and most dangerous habit: not managing chronic stress. Stress spikes cortisol, causing inflammation, tight pelvic muscles, and poor blood flow to the prostate. It also weakens immunity, making inflammation harder to fight. Stress quietly amplifies every symptom, from urgency to discomfort. Tom didn't realize stress was a factor until he tried deep breathing daily. My neighbor Jim, 65, added 10 minutes of quiet time and walks with friends, and his symptoms eased. Try 5-minute deep breathing, light exercise, or chatting with a buddy to lower stress. Drop a stressed out in the comments if this resonates. To stay proactive, Tom uses the Senior Health Tracker app to log water intake, symptoms, and doctor visits. It's built for seniors, helping you track habits and catch issues early. Grab it via the link in the description. My friend Sally, 69, swears by it for reminders. Tom's back to fishing and sleeping better, thanks to these changes. This week, pick one habit: sip water, walk, or breathe deeply. Share your plan in the comments. If you've got urinary issues, see a doctor. Give like, share with a friend, and subscribe for more tips to thrive after 60. You're not alone in this journey. And with the right information, you are never too old to start healing. Take care of your prostate, and it will take care of you. See you next video.